as we continue to await the recovery of our Dragon spacecraft with NASA astronauts Nick Hague, Sunny Williams, Butch Wilmore, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gorbunov inside. Dragon has autonomously completed several steps to safe itself following splashdown. We are continuing to see Dragon in what is known as stable 1 configuration. That's kind of the ideal configuration following splashdown. It's upright, and the Dragon capsule is in the right configuration for it to be hoisted into the recovery vessel Megan, which you do see a little ways off in your screen approaching. Dragon will continue to remain live on air with you through that recovery process, all the way through the point where the crew is extracted from the Dragon spacecraft. Now, if you are just joining us, the mission has gone smoothly so far. Dragon successfully splashed down off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida at 2:57 p.m. Pacific, 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time this afternoon.
Approximately 17 hours prior to splashdown, Dragon autonomously undocked from the International Space Station, completed a series of departure burns, jettisoned its trunk section, and performed its final burn, the deorbit burn. This placed the Dragon spacecraft on a trajectory toward Tallahassee, Florida. Dragon successfully re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, followed by deployment of its parachutes to slow the spacecraft down to a gentle splashdown. We're now going to follow a
Freedom, hyperball sweep, and unfired ordnance checks are nominal. Rigging is in progress. Approximately 25 minutes until capsule lift. Stand by for PMC with SpaceX flight surgeon.
And so what we did just hear there was communications that those hyperball checks were complete. They didn't find any of that upon those checks, so we'll continue to move through the timeline. Next up is a process called rigging, which you see happening right now on your screen. This is when a SpaceX recovery personnel actually works to climb aboard the capsule and work through procedures ahead of lifting onto the nest of the recovery vessel Megan. We heard it's going to be about 25 minutes or so until that lift actually takes place.
Okay, Freedom, the next call will be from the SpaceX flight surgeon on Dragon and Ground Private.
Well, it has, as we've been saying, all been pretty textbook so far. The capsule came down for splashdown, bang on time, and no problems whatsoever. Let's talk to Libby Jackson, head of space at the Science Museum. Libby, it was just really as scheduled, wasn't it? Almost like a bus or a train arriving bang on time.
Absolutely, and those pictures were absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful day there. But to see those I guess drone shots, to see the parachutes open, I was grinning from ear to ear. I've worked with these astronauts, some of them for many decades now, and so it was really fantastic to see them back on Earth in stable 1, as the commentary said, upright, and as Tim said, the sea looks relatively calm, which I'm sure they'll be very grateful for.
I think the commentary was just saying they're going to be checked over by a surgeon. I mean, just talk us through what the sort of physical checks on them would be. What would the medical people be looking for?
They'll be wanting to make sure that indeed all their vital signs are functioning as normal. The heart's just been through quite a dramatic change from not experiencing weightlessness up in space to now having gravity, to feel those effects of gravity again. The balance system will again also be adjusting to this change of feeling from not having any reference point to feeling that gravity again. You're bobbing around in a closed capsule. Some of those hyperbolic fumes that we've been talking about, some of them occasionally have known to be creep into the cabin, so it can be quite